Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're going to continue our look at the 2006 Gauss paper, the grade 7 Gauss, and we're up to question number 21 now. So this is the first question in part C. So these are the harder questions. They're worth 8 marks each if we get them right. Still 2 marks if we leave it blank, and that's something to keep in mind as we move into part C. These questions are going to be hard. You know, you get to 24, maybe you can't do 24. If you have no idea what the answer is, don't guess. Leave it blank and get the 2 free marks. Okay? But question 21, that's what we're focusing on now. Gail is a server at a restaurant. On Saturday, Gail gets up at 6:30 a.m., starts work at X a.m., and finishes at X p.m. How long does Gail work on Saturday? Alright, so we know when she gets up, we know when she starts work, and when she finishes work. So the time it takes Gail to work is just going to be the difference between her start time and her end time. How long is that? Now, if we take a look at our answers here, everything's in hours. So the question is, how many hours between X a.m. and X p.m.? Well, you might say, I don't know what X is. It turns out we don't need to know what X is. Okay? Another thing you might say, what about that 6:30 a.m.? It has nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter when you get up. Your work day is from the start of your work to the end of your work. Okay? Now, to answer this question, again, we don't know what X is, but it turns out it won't matter. Let me show you why. So we'll go to our notepad. And ever more in this world, this is becoming sort of an irrelevant picture as... You know, nowadays it's all digital clocks. You get clocks like this, and it's not particularly helpful, but you've likely seen at some point in your life a clock face with the numbers going around like this. Okay, so this is a standard sort of 12-hour clock. I know we do have 24-hour clocks, but when you're using AM and PM, you're using the 12-hour way to tell time rather than the 24-hour way to tell time. And the 24-hour way to tell time, of course, 7 o'clock at night is, or 7 p.m. is 1900 hours. Okay? You take 7, you add it to 12, and that gives you the later in the daytime. And you don't need to say AM or PM, because the bigger numbers just come later in the day. But if you're talking AM and PM, you've got a 9 AM and a 9 PM. And so we distinguish the fact that there are 2 9s with the AM and the PM. And so this means that we're going to count our hours up to 12 noon, and then we've got 1 p.m., 1 in the afternoon, 2 p.m., 3, and so forth. Okay? So, let's sort of think. She starts at X, and we don't know what X is, but we could maybe take a guess. It's going to have to be sometime after 6. So maybe she starts work at 7 a.m. Okay? Then she would, for 1 hour, she works, and then now it's 8 a.m. And so if she left at 8 a.m., she would have done 1 hour of work, but she doesn't. She starts at 7 a.m., it'll be 7 p.m. when she gets off work. So we can count 9 a.m., that's 2 hours, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., so that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours till 12 noon. And it's actually not 12 a.m., it switches to 12 p.m. right on the dot. But now we're in the PMs. 6 hours gets us 1, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and now her exit time of 7 p.m. We've gone around the clock, we've done a full 12 hours, and we could count that. You might say, okay, yeah, but that's if she starts at 7 a.m. What if she starts at something else? Well, look at it. Maybe she starts at 9 a.m. It's an hour to go to 10 and 11. And by the time we get back, because if she starts at 9 a.m., she must end at 9 p.m. That was the rule we were given, was X a.m. to X p.m. So to go from a.m. to p.m., the same hour, you're still just going to go around the clock face once, and that's 12 hours, no matter where exactly you start. You know, I get that she wakes up at 6:30, but suppose she started at 2. It would still take 12 hours till she leaves at 2 p.m. Okay? So there's 12 hours between X AM and X PM. This is just a fact of clocks. And again, as I say, you're going to see less and less clock faces as the digital age continues to take over. But, this is a useful device for questions. Questions about time and how many hours between things. And it's great to have a clock and you count it out and you go around. And so, if you're completely used to the digital clocks, this might not be completely obvious to you, but if you got a clock face, very easy to count out and understand that between X AM and X PM, whatever X is, you're going to have 12 hours. Always, always, always. Okay? So that actually answers our question. We don't have to do anymore. The answer is going to be E, 12 hours. Okay? So that's question 21. Very first question in part C. In the next video, we're going to take a look at question number 22. So I hope to see you guys there.